So the prairies invented a pie that beats pumpkin. Then somehow the world forgot about it. It used to be on every prairie table in Canada. Then somewhere after the war, it just disappeared, which is a crime because it's cheap, simple, fast to make, and is a pie that punches well above its weight. It's called flapper pie, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. All right, we're gonna start off by making the crust. 190 grams of graham cracker crumbs, 80 grams of melted butter, 100 grams of granulated sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of Saigon. Cinnamon also works. Saigon is just spicier Vietnamese cinnamon. If you don't have Saigon, it's not a big deal, man. From here, you can optionally slap on some rubber and gently massage your mixture until combined. It's not gonna form clumps, it's still gonna be crumbly, just like this. Basically, you want it to be the texture of really pissy cat litter. This smells amazing, by the way. All right, now you're gonna bring your pie plate into frame. Make sure to take a heaping spoonful of your mixture and save it for later. Then you're gonna pour the rest of your crumb mixture into the pie plate. Now we are going to press this into the bottom and sides of the pie plate, just like so. Keep working it until you have a nicely distributed crust. It's not gonna be perfect, and that's totally fine. Now we're gonna bake this at 450 Kelvin, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for regular human beings who haven't been dropped on the head. After baking, your crust should be set nicely. Now that the pie crust is done, we're gonna set up the double boiler. Hey, future Matt here. Do not set up a double boiler for this. Just throw all your shit directly into the pot. Trust me. May the golden moose bless you all. Now to this mixture, I'm gonna add 600 grams of 3% milk. We're gonna add in 3 egg yolks, so separate this and keep the whites. We're gonna need the whites for the meringue later. To separate the eggs is simple. First, you need to smash the head of the egg, just like how my mom did to me as a baby. Then it becomes a delicate process of removing the white and the yolk, just like so. Now from here, we're going to add 90 grams of granulated sugar, 30 to 40 grams of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and half a teaspoon of salt. You're gonna grab a whisk, and then we are going to whisk this up. And it was at this point that I realized I didn't need to use the double boiler, and therefore put my entire mixture into the pot like it should have been in the first place. You're gonna keep stirring it until it boils now. Once it looks like this, we're gonna take it off the heat. Yeah, it should look something like this, like pudding. Now we are going to make the meringue. Now this is where you add the egg whites that you separated earlier. Additionally, we're gonna add about 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now you're gonna beat this till it's foamy. Once it's all foamy like this, add 70 grams of sugar. And then mix it again, just like this. You know you did it right when it holds like this. Looks like a Dairy Queen ice cream cone. All right, now for the assembly. Add your pudding mixture, your flapper mixture, whatever you call it. And once you've spread it out to be nice and even, you're ready for the meringue. The meringue is simple. Put all of it on top of your flapper filling, just like so. Take a spatula or whatever the f you want to use to spread it around until it looks something like this. From here, you're just gonna top the pie with your graham crumb mixture, and you're ready for the final bake now. You want to brown your meringue so that it gets a nice caramelized flavor. You can use a torch like this, but I'm just gonna bake it. You're gonna broil your pie until it becomes golden brown, just like this. Now it's imperative that you let this cool until it sets properly. You know, what is dessert without some sort of a main course, honestly? So we're gonna make a side dish. I'm craving maple braised pork belly. Therefore, we're gonna make maple braised pork belly. Grab a Dutch oven and grab some bacon. We're gonna use the entire package. Not 1 slice, not 2 slices, not 3 slices. We're using all of this. Now you are just going to slice up the bacon into whatever pieces you want. I am making thick cut pieces, roughly yay big. Now you will put this bacon in the pot. We are making what is called a mirepoix. Essentially means that we're roasting onion, celery, and carrot in some sort of a fat. In this case, we're using bacon fat. While the bacon is cooking, we're gonna circumcise and slice up 2 carrots. Now set that to the side. Now from here, you're either gonna slice or dice up your onion. If you can't make up your mind, then do both like I am right here. There are no rules. Finally, you're gonna cut up about 2 large ribs of celery. Altogether, your vegetables should look something like this. Now add in all your vegetables. Lid on and let that sit until everything tenderizes nicely. Should go from looking like this to looking like this. Yeah, we're gonna deglaze that real quick with some alcohol. I'm using sherry. You can use whatever you want. You can use white wine. Now we're gonna strain this of all the fat and grease. I just got a strainer and a bowl here, and I'm just gonna dump it out just like so. Now we're gonna start playing with our pork belly. You want about 900 grams or 2-ish pounds of pork belly. You're gonna score the fat like this with your knife. This is gonna help the fat render better. If you've scored it properly, you're gonna have this nice diamond pattern in the fat of your pork. Now in a large bowl, you're gonna drench your pork with half a cup of molasses, half a cup of maple syrup, and half a cup of maple sugar. Rub it nicely until it's thoroughly combined. Should look like this. Now to the empty braising pot, you're gonna add, I don't know, anywhere between, let's just say two cups of your favorite stock. Add back in your cooked meat and veggies. 2 cinnamon sticks, 2 or 3 pods of star anise, and about half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. Now you're gonna reduce this mixture for about 5 to 10 minutes, just until it's slightly reduced. Now once it's slightly thickened up, we're gonna put our pork in. Now cook this on a low and slow simmer for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, the fat should be rendered nicely. From here, we're gonna ladle out liquid until the top half of the pork is exposed to the air, just like this. Now we're going to broil this until it becomes crispy. And after broiling, it should look something like this. Now I'm just gonna let this rest on a wire rack while we make our sauce. From here, we're gonna separate the solids from the liquids by straining it like so, and then we're gonna pour the liquid into a fat separator. It's very important to separate the fat here, otherwise we'll end up with a less clean taste. We don't want this tasting greasy like Kentucky Fried Chicken or a strip club in Vegas. Pour the clean liquid back into the pot just like so, and remove your cinnamon and star anise from your strained solids mixture. After you remove the cinnamon and star anise, toss your solids back into the pot, and then we're gonna blend it all together. Blending it all together like this is not conventional, but it sure is really tasty if you're looking for a hearty, delicious sauce to pour on any of your meats. Now we're gonna reduce this until it becomes a nice, thick sauce. Once it's reduced nicely, it's time to plate up our pork. Now I'm not amazing at plating pork belly, so bear with me here. I'm just placing pork slices into a plate here and topping it with our hearty sauce, just like so. I really need to learn how to plate this better because it looks like dog shit. I hope it tastes better than dog shit. Oh yeah. That tastes like a very fatty, mapley, delicious, like molassesy, yummy pork belly. I like this. I'm gonna make this again. I can't stop eating it. This is an issue. All right, well now it's time for dessert, which is what this entire video is about, the flapper pie. Let's go in for a bite. God damn. You know, it tastes like this vanilla, honey, creamy, tarty goodness in your mouth. It's just so fantastic to eat. I love this, man. I gotta give the rest of this to someone before I eat it all and gain a ton of weight. God damn, that's dangerous. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.